Yo, shout out to the shipmates. What's going on? It's your man Marcus A. Brown, aka Red Pill Sailor, and this one I'm gonna be struggling on, man. Y'all wanna see me struggle? Listen, y'all, I got 10 days, bro. 10 days of civilian life left, and I'm going to RTC boot camp. 10 days left before I go to boot camp, you know what I'm saying? And the closer it get to that time, the faster the time goes. I'm just letting y'all know. But anyway, this right here, this has been my Bible, you feel me? This has been my social media, this has been everything. That's all I've been reading. And so I got the Sailor's Creed, I got the RTC Maxim, I got the 11 General Orders, all that good stuff. But for some reason, I've been struggling with the Chain of Command. It's not that I don't know it, I just don't know it like the back of my hand. And there's really no way I can provide an urban translation. You just gotta look at this and study it. And even then, you won't know who all of these people are. Maybe just the first 13. Once you get to basically RTC, Military Training Director, you won't know who that is until you get to basics. So before we get started, funny story, I was in a DEP meeting once, right? And the chief for our recruiter's office, he was giving us a motivational speech, just getting us riled up, doing what he do. Shout out to the chief. I love that brother, man. I love his leadership qualities. But anyway, he getting us all hyped up or whatever, and he asked, are there any questions? Nobody asked any questions. And you know me, yes, chief. Chief, is there any way that you could provide us with some type of letter or document that's telling us the RTC Chain of Command, like who's currently in those seats? Like, how do we find that out? And he was like, easy, Google. I'm like, yes, chief, Google, chief. Thank you, chief. And I sat back down. That might not have been the answer that I wanted to hear. I thought he was gonna be able to just break out like, this is who's currently in all of these seats in your chain of command. No, it ain't work like that. You know what I'm saying? He wanted us to do our homework, and we have to look up who's in these offices in our chain of command to the furthest that we can. Everybody after the RTC executive officer, you gotta find out once you get to basic training. So yeah, according to the chief in my recruiter's office, he basically said Google it and try to memorize that before you get to basic training. So I did that, and I know the RTC Chain of Command, and I believe I know all of the current officers that are holding those seats. But for the sake of this video, I'm not gonna say who's in those seats. I'm just gonna list the RTC Chain of Command, because depending on whenever you're watching this video, it's like a revolving door. You know, people are gonna come and go from those seats just like we're gonna come and go out of the military in general.
75 years later.
Let's see if I can get through all of this in one take. All right, so these are just the offices of the RTC Chain of Command. Okay, first in command, of course, you got the President of the United States. Next in command, you have the Secretary of Defense. Next in command, you have the Secretary of the Navy. Next in command, you have the Chief of Naval Operations. Next in command, you have the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy. Next in command, you have the Chief of Naval Personnel. Next in command, you have the Chief of Naval Personnel Fleet Master Chief Petty Officer, or the CNP Fleet Master Chief Petty Officer. Next in command, you have the Commander of Naval Education Training Command. Next in command, you have the Naval Education Training Command Force Master Chief Petty Officer. Next in command, you have the Commander of Naval Service Training Command. Alright, next in command, you have the Naval Service Training Command. I can't recall if it's Master Chief Petty Officer or Command Master Chief Petty Officer. But yeah, you got the Naval Service Training Command Master Chief Petty Officer. I'm gonna go with that. Next in command, you have the Commanding Officer of Recruit Training Command, or RTC. Next in command, you have the Executive Officer of Recruit Training Command. Next in command, you have the Military Training Director. Next in command, you have the Military Training Director Leading Chief Petty Officer. Next in command, you have the Fleet Commander. Next in command, you have the Fleet Leading Chief Petty Officer. Next in command, you have the Ships Officer. Next in command, you have the Ships Leading Chief Petty Officer. Next in command, you have the RDCs, the Recruit Division Commanders. And then on the recruit leadership side, you have the RPOC and the AROC and the Master at Arms. So I feel like I got everything. I feel like I'm missing something. I might be missing something, or I might have messed up some words, but I told y'all I know it. I just don't know it like I want to know it. Like I was saying earlier, I don't really have any urban translations or a bunch of memory aids. I got a few. You just gotta look at this over and over again. That's what I did. I kept looking at this same list over and over again. And I did do what my chief said, and I Googled the people that are sitting in these offices at this time. And I even took it a step further. Let me show y'all this. I took it a step further and I Googled all of the officers in these seats of the chain of command like Chief told me to. But I also followed them all, or as many as I could find, on social media. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I looked up the people that's sitting in the offices and the commands in general. And then also, I used a meme generator on my phone. And I made these little memes. Like, it's basically just showing the chain of command and the person that's sitting in that seat. I made these memes and just put like a folder in my phone. So whenever I'm just messing around on the phone, I can scroll through. And this helps me put a face to the name. Because me personally, I'm good with remembering faces. I'm not really the best with remembering names or titles. But if I'm looking at your face, if I see your face enough and I'm saying a name every time I scroll through these faces, then eventually it'll kind of all be forged together and I'll be able to put the face to the name and the title and stuff like that. So once you get past the executive officer of RTC, you get to military training director, you won't know who that is until you get to RTC. So that's why I got like these little mysterious figures, because I can't put a face with the name right now. I don't even have a name, I just got the title. So that's basically what I did. Like I said, as of today, I got 10 days left to just kind of go over it and get a little sharper. I'm still studying, but I'm just working out, packing, and sleeping at this point. I'm just ready to get up in there, man. I'm ready to start this journey, and I'll see y'all on the other side. So I'm gonna end this video right here. Thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, and I'll holler at y'all. Peace.
With the way they been spotting and you think I was under surveillance. When I stop through the block, they be watching like damn that little they came up. Boy, I gotta get money, cause you can't go broke once you finally famous. GD to run up for nothing, just look how they DJ Nader. I can't with new niggas, you niggas ain't been in this with me since day one.